welcome back to Heaviest Hours, the nation's capital. Talk to me. What do we have for today?
This LCNK Promotions. We've got Encasing Embrace in here.
What's up? Yo.
Talk to me. I mean, there'll be
Put the pizza down.
Punk kid over here.
So what's the story? Talk to me. Talk about the band. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me.
Where did it all start?
Bowtie's the one that asked that question.
Put the pizza down.
All right, I'm putting the pizza down. My
Put
belly,
it down in your stomach.
Yeah, so it all started a long time ago when we had this concept. We were doing a bunch of joyriding, blasting Somatic Defilement by Whitechapel and The Cleansing by Suicide Silence, and we were like, yo, this shit's freaking awesome. We should do this, you know, and then we just tried to find some members and, you know, usual
kind
band crap.
Just kind of rolled something together.
Yeah.
Nice. So,
yeah. Talk to me. Like how long you guys been a band?
We've been a band for 4.5 years.
Nice.
A lot of that is due to some lineup issues. You know, we had some members come and go. Life gets crazy, or people aren't as dedicated as they think they are. But
for the most part, that's the story of a band.
Every band. has
Every
that
single
issue.
band, yeah.
any good band, at least, I feel.
Yeah, any good band, yeah, that goes up and down.
For sure.
So how are y'all feeling with the lineup you have now?
We're feeling it's pretty solid, I think. At least. Still looking for some guitarists.
Kind of talk like so.
Yeah, right there.
Right there.
I think we got a solid lineup so far.
Can you guys present yourself as a instrument and name? Because I would like to.
Let's go down the line and introduce you guys.
I'm Sean. I hit stuff with sticks. I'm Joe. I'm the vocalist.
I'm Bowtie. I'm the bass player, and while we're still looking for a guitarist, I play guitar and bass at the same time live.
Nice.
At the same time, live.
I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
at
there's a
the
lot
same
of
time
guitar
live.
players listening right now.
Yeah, we're actively looking. Our producer is Whitechapel's original guitarist, so if you like music like that, hit us up and we'll jam. We're in Springfield.
You got some extra arms growing out your back? How do you manage to play a guitar and a bass at the same time?
It's kind of crazy. It came out of necessity. Our original lead guitarist, he wasn't available anymore, and our other guitarist that we had stepped down because he didn't think he was good enough. So I didn't want to stop playing shows. So I checked out some crazy pedals, and I figured out a way to split my signal and run one side an octave higher through a guitar amp, and mute either other channel. So I can mute the bass side when I need to do the guitar-only transitions, mute the guitar side for the bass solos, and it doesn't look right, but it sounds right. You know, people are always blown away.
So do you actually play the bass or the guitar when you do this?
I'm playing it off of a bass, but
Okay.
I'm using some pedals to split the
To
signal.
make it sound like a guitar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because on that side it is
very
a
interesting.
guitar.
That's a new one I haven't
I'd
heard
like
before.
to see you live, play
Yeah.
live.
Yeah,
see that.
definitely.
I've never seen it either, but you know, I had to come up with. I'm sure there's someone else who's come up with the idea before, but I have yet to see it.
Oh, well, that's
And I had to
awesome.
figure out how to.
I'm actually kind of anxious to see that one. In all
Yeah.
honesty.
We definitely have some originality coming out of the DMV, you know.
For sure. This one guy saw me and he was like, he came up to me after the show. He's like, "You're a true innovator," and I was like, I didn't know how to take that because I'm not used to hearing stuff like that yet. But it was pretty cool.
Alright, so we got one question here, and we want to know what song actually was the one that got you into music?
For me, it was Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath.
Oh wow, classic.
Back to the roots.
Yeah,
What
literally,
is it
the
about that
roots.
song that got you in?
When I first started playing music, I just heard that song because my dad used to be the vocalist for Iron Man.
And we're gonna go to that area in a segment because you guys brought it out off air, and we're gonna go to that segment. I want to know about your dad and that relation of music. So, but then again, let's keep on that track of your influences because I really want to know about that aspect of your father. All right, let's save it and let's play that song that made a big difference of yours. All right,
All right, cool. Hit it. First song I ever listened to and actually like really enjoyed, like choose, was Styx song. And then my dad said, well, if you like this, you might be in something a little heavier. And so the first record he played was
Styx, the band from Maryland.
Styx.
Styx from Maryland, yeah.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
classic rock. My dad ended up playing Black Sabbath's self-titled album, and I just kind of fell in love there. I wanted to be a guitarist for such a long time, but I ended up switching to drums after playing a little bit here and there. And my friends always were like, dude, you're so much better at drums than you are guitar. And so I just kind of picked it up from there. Actually, Guitar Hero got me started, technically. But after that, it was an electronic kit I got for Christmas. And about a year later, my parents were cool enough to let me get an acoustic kit. And I started jamming around 14. And then years passed. I've been in and out of different bands. And I eventually found one that I think is going to stick for a while.
How old are you, Sean?
I'm 18 right now.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Youngster.
Yeah, but you're there. This music. I mean, as you grew up with everyone, even as an entertainer, you grew up as you go. You're collecting info. You're just gathering all what strengthens you, the
Right.
basis of what it is. But yeah, I mean, you're there. I would like you guys to keep us in contact to support
We
y'all.
definitely will. That's for sure. I think
Definitely.
everybody can second that statement. Very soon.
So I'm sorry, I forgot to turn my cell phone off. So yeah, I mean.
Is that your girlfriend calling Wanako?
Yeah, that's my girlfriend.
Get it?
Talk to me, cause
Wayne Neal.
Yo, the beast is calling.
talk to me. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to?
This is Wayne Neal from Ferritos, Maryland, DMV, man. I have a question for you, man.
What's up?
Can you still pee straight?
Yeah. Got a lot of stuff on my mind, but I don't think that's affected.
I don't get it.
You got a problem there, buddy? I think you should get that checked by a doctor.
All right, we're gonna keep it up. So, do you guys have any any other questions for them? Because we only got one. We got Sean here.
Yeah.
So talk to me. Do you have in their selections another one lined up or his? Oh, my man Joe.
We're gonna go to Joe.
I got
Talk to me, Sean.
Yeah, I picked up Venom Mortasia by Last 10 Seconds of Life.
Why?
'Cause,
Why?
they used to play Mount Airy Fire Hall like right down the street from my house back when I was probably 12 years old. His vocals, like those deep lows, just really hit me and really just like.
I mean, you're the vocals, so talk to me
Yeah.
about your influences on vocals, because obviously that's one of them.
Oh yeah, like he just got some crazy range, highs, lows, everything. Actually,
All over
like
the place.
the first time I saw them, like the day I went home, I just went home, started practicing, trying to figure out how to do it. Like just taught myself after that. So
Do me an acoustic. Do me a little acoustic. I'm gonna pull you down all that noise. Do me a little voice acoustic. Something.
do what?
This
Some vocals. All right.
Yeah, I see that's what I'm talking about. See, that's your previous self.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. I mean, that's how it's gotta be. So yeah, I mean, we all have influences. So that's how you prove yourself.
Yeah.
Badass. I
Yeah,
can't
buddy.
wait to see to listen to your material.
So how many years have you been doing vocals?
Probably since I was 12 years old. I'm 18 now, so
Another youngin.
yeah.
Younger, yes.
Been in and out of bands just like Sean. We actually played in a band together before. Last year called Thy Kingdom. We only played a few shows, only lasted a while. Our guitarist moved, but we had fun.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's
Yeah.
always about fun. I mean, music what it is, isn't it?
It's about the fun more than
Yeah,
anything.
buddy.
That's all it is, you know. I always I always stood against better or worse band. I think every single band had their own audience.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I never conceived music as competition. Never ever.
Never, no.
It's you know. Nowadays, the media, blah blah. This is the best band. This is one more sell out, blah blah. But that's BS.
Yeah.
That's media corporate BS.
It's major BS too, and a lot of bands don't understand that.
Yeah.
They don't understand the whole point of a line. No scene can survive off of one band.
Nah.
That's why we're here with DJ Wanako and LCC and K Promotions. That's why we're here doing what we're doing, bringing all these local bands in here, getting your music played on the air, getting your voice out there, getting you heard. Try to get your gigs.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. And it should be listeners who determine who's good or bad to themselves, not the best of all.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, the whole point, when you play in the show, the whole idea is band A brings out their crowd, band B brings out their crowd, and then hopefully everybody is digging each other's stuff, and then both bands grow, Only together.
Always together. That's what rock and roll, that's why it was so strong back in the days. The last ones that proved it was Seattle. Seattle proved it. I mean, if you ask me, that was the last scene that proved that you can actually work together. And so Iowa, Slipknot was a bunch of bands. They stuck together, and they came out. Now they went back to their bands, and guess what? They're solid for the most all of their projects, and they kind of have it. They kind of have it, if you ask. Talk to me.
I just think it's a wonderful community. Everyone's family. It's a big family, whether we like it or not. We'll bicker sometimes, I'm sure, but see us in the pit.
Yeah. And now that's what I like to see. A lot of times you won't see it with the bands around here. After a band plays their set, some people won't stick around to watch the other bands. What do you guys think about that?
Oh yeah, we're always stick around.
That's good.
Always.
And really, that's what we need in our
That's actually
community.
messed up. That's disrespect.
That's a very much
Yeah.
disrespect, if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
And what a lot of bands don't ever think about with that is a lot of times, if you leave, some bands, they think, oh, well, that's just 4 less people in the room. They don't necessarily think it's that big a deal, because they got stuff to do. Life's crazy, But the thing about it is, if some of your fans are there and they only know you, they might stick around for the rest of the bands, but then once they see you leave, they don't know anybody else anymore, they're more likely to leave, It's just human nature.
But you guys being in a band, you're very influential. So if people see you having a good time watching another band, they want to get into it too, because people look up to you guys.
Absolutely. That's why you always got to try to start the mosh pit going for other
Yeah.
bands.
I was gonna ask you, TK man. I was gonna ask you by next of your input about that actual element and environment of what's going on when bands are like
Sticking around.
sharing around. Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I can't remember the actual word for it, but no, it's like you were saying. It's if you only know that certain particular band that's playing and you see them leave, you're more inclined to leave too. It's just that's how mammals work. 10% of the herd goes, the rest will follow.
Exactly.
No, I mean, hell, look at me alone. I've been to more shows that I could count where I'll get there and the pit's just kind of dull. And then I'll hop in. I'll get into the pit and I'm, in the chicken suit and everything. And then I figure just people see that and they're just like, oh, a familiar essence. Or it's like, that dude's moshing in a chicken suit. It can't be that bad. So it increases double,
That's one of the things that we as communicators should trend to change to all bands, that they all bring, that they all get this message that we all gotta support each other. I'm not just telling you. I'm telling every single one that is listening to the show that should be a tool of solidifying any form of movement, as in our case, music.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you think?
we're getting way off target here. So, Joe, back to you again.
Okay, so I'm
That,
sorry.
that one song you wanted to hear. What is it
Yeah,
again?
Ben Mortasia, Last 10 Seconds of Life. Pretty, like one of the first like heaviest songs I've ever heard. Like really got me into the pit. Really got me into the feeling of it. Like I grew up listening to like more like radio metal kind of stuff, but that song really took me into like the more heavier scene, like the underground kind of.
Go ahead.
Chicken had a brain fart.
It's okay.
That was a pretty heavy song there.
Yeah.
I'd never until the other day when I was talking to y'all, I'd never even heard of this band before.
Yeah, they're pretty like small scene band. They're from New York.
Yeah, those guys are they're pretty good friends of ours. We've played with them like 8 or 9 times. Quick shout out to their drummer Christian Fisher.
All right, Christian Fisher. Maybe we can get y'all down here to be on the show one day.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
And it could be even on the phone. I mean, we're
Yeah.
trying to outreach any form. This is the generation of communication. Now we don't have to travel.
Lusty Corpse got some hookup in New York. Why don't we go to New York and broadcast live out of a show?
Yes, and you know what? And that's our next level. That we were gonna have problems since I'm not gonna be here since 17th and all that. We had to gotta have those shows.
We'll fill in for you guys while you're gone.
Yeah.
We'll all still be here, but
Special Encasing Embrace edition.
yeah, it could be possible here in the future sometime.
Yeah.
Dead people on the floor.
I forgot.
All right, bow tie.
Yeah, man.
All right. So you do have the. Go ahead.
Before we get into bow tie's roots, I want to know the roots of bow tie.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I tell you what, let's come back to that after the song.
Okay, let's
Get
do
everyone
it.
pumped.
All right.
Alright, so what am I blazing? Talk to me, because what I have in guns, I mean, I have 18 visions, but it's like I'm kind of not ready. Hold on.
I think Chaos has it ready up.
Yeah. Go, because I don't have any.
What song is it that you're choosing?
So it's this song from Whitechapel off of Somatic Defilement. It's called Vice Exciser. And the funny thing is, my original vocalist who showed me this track, he used to mispronounce it as Vice Exerciser.
It's so much easier to say. It comes out
is.
so much better
And
that way.
for-
I said it like that a half a dozen times
Yeah,
myself.
for a couple of years I thought that was the real name of the song.
Awesome. All right, here we go.
That song never fails to get me pumped.
Is that why? I mean, was it I mean, it was obviously an inspiration for you.
It definitely was. That was, I think, to my knowledge, the first true deathcore song I ever heard.
Oh, I mean,
And, you know, hate it or love it, deathcore does bring a certain kind of heavy. I mean, all metal is mostly heavy.
I would throw that in my roots, in all honesty, man.
Yeah.
That album in particular.
That was a new
phenomenal.
heavy that I had never heard before, and I loved it.
Oh yeah, I mean, we had a miniature mosh pit just break out in here, like.
Exactly.
I just witnessed these boys just beat the shit out of each other right now. It's a little terrifying.
It was glorious.
Yeah,
There was
man.
punches
Must-
thrown,
must
elbows.
got it.
It got a little violent in here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's wow, glorious. This is right.
Yeah, I'll never forget.
It was pretty brutal.
Yeah, I'll never forget the day.
So metal.
Yeah, I'll never forget the day my best friend Justin Lane showed me that song. It completely changed my life.
How so?
Well, yeah, I'd always loved metal for a long, long time. But that was what kind of inspired me. Like I said, it was earlier. We should start a band. We should do this. This is awesome. I want to play stuff like this. And just bring that heaviness. Yeah. And we actually just played with them on the 7th, finally. Yeah, Cafe 611 in Frederick.
Alright, so what's up coming up to with you guys, like tour wise? Where you guys going?
Actually, on Wednesday we're gonna be up in Baltimore at
Next Sunday we're actually doing a cancer benefit for my dad, and Out of the Way Cafe. And it's in Durwood, Maryland. Starts at 12 o'clock. Free entry. We got raffles going on. We're playing. We got actually 8 bands. Shout out to our boys from Hajira. They're playing with us too.
Give me the lineup so we can push that show.
Most of it's just some other cover bands. Infection X, 4-Speed Shifter, and actually next Wednesday, the 18th, we're opening for the Faceless, Rings of Saturn, Tooth Grinder, and After the Burial.
Oh, that's...
It's at
gonna be
Baltimore
very nice.
Soundstage.
You guys got tickets for sale?
Yeah, buddy, $15.
There you go.
For our band camp, you guys can get them online.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
There you go. Bandcamp, Encasing Embrace.
Throw
Yep.
me.
You guys know on Wednesday you're competing with Exodus.
ooh, where is that at?
Black Cat.
Ooh, well, thankfully it's a slightly different market for sure, but I will still
True,
make it
true.
tough.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you guys will have a good turnout.
Yeah.
There's a couple things going on Wednesday.
There's a couple reasons that show's going to be pretty big. I mean, the Faceless has been going for a full year.
It's a good lineup.
Yeah, and then After the Burial, unfortunately, sadly missed their last tour cycle because their guitarist passed away. Justin Lowe, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
So there's going to be a lot of people coming out for them. And then Rings of Saturn, I believe this is the first time they'll be playing their new album live, which a lot of people have been looking forward to because they're insane.
I can't wait for that personally.
Yes.
Rings of Saturn. I've always managed to get screwed out of seeing them live whenever they come through.
Dude, they're insane.
So-
I've seen them twice now. The last time I saw them, they actually crashed at my house, and so I got real tight with them.
Do they party hard?
Well, I mean, we had a good time. We were up all night playing Super Smash Brothers, 64 style.
Yes.
Classic, yeah.
It's a big part of this band.
Yeah.
And I mean, the coolest thing was they were beyond thankful that they had a place to crash.
I know.
I mean, they were really nice guys.
With the whole After the Burial thing, they call me crazy. I've looked into the death of him.
Oh,
and,
man.
That
I've read the letter in
that's-
depth, and it's
at first it sounds
it's
like
just
he's
crazy
and
enough
then
to sound real.
You know what? It started like third of the way through the letter. I'm just like, this is what is this dude
Yeah.
on? And then like you start reading it more and more, and it just makes more and more sense. It's almost a little eerie. There was a couple times I got chills reading it.
Yeah.
I think something's a little fishy.
It's chilly just thinking about him, being gone. I mean, that dude was also definitely a huge inspiration, that whole band, because, I mean, they're nasty as hell. They play like 8 and 9 strings and actually use all the strings and tear it up, which I think is cool.
Very true.
Yeah.
All right, Bowtie. Lusty Corpse had asked you a question before we played that last song.
An
To the
important
business,
question
yeah.
that was asked. Remind me.
I want to know the story about Bowtie. How did you get this name? And
Alright.
You are back in a corner right now.
I
You
am
can't get out of
back
this.
in the corner. I'm being cornered. That's okay though. That's okay. I'm ready for it. The funny thing is, I usually don't tell people this, but I figure, what the heck, we're on the radio.
Why not tell everyone on the radio this
Exactly.
time?
And he's getting recorded.
It's just between us.
Okay, I'll just pretend it's me and you guys. And no, I don't mind. I mean, people ask this all the time, and I usually kind of play it off because I don't think it's that great of a story, but people ask me all the time. So, I went to this party in Lorton like a long time ago. I think it was must have been, I think 07. And, my friend wanted me to introduce you to this girl, to his girl. And, he was like, hey, this is my friend, so-and-so. And she was like really drunk. And she was like, oh my God, that sounds like tie-tie. That sounds like bow tie. And that month I partied at that house like almost all the time. And so it just kind of stuck in Lorton. And then around the same time, people were having trouble finding me on Facebook because apparently there's 600 people that have my name. So I was like, oh, let me just make it my middle name so people can search me. Yeah, and so then I made that thing, and all of a sudden people started to identify that with more. Like I would go to a party and I'd be like, hey, my name is so and so, and they'd be like, okay. Or I'd be like, hey, my name is Bowtie, and they're like, dude, I've seen you on Facebook. And I was like, okay, I guess that's cool. Let's roll with that. And, people seemed to dig it, and they started saying it to me, and then my ears started responding to it, and now it feels weird if it's anything else. That's the whole story, though. Just some drunk girl.
That's a fair explanation.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, like I said, I don't think it's that great of a story. Some people do, but I think it's just a random, weird series of events.
It was probably a lot better if you were there.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I wish Chili Peppers told me the story about the dumb name, but no, I'm not saying that I don't know this, but
Yeah.
But there's always a science or meaning things about the names.
But I mean, I went with it because people. I mean, I didn't give myself that nickname, so I think any real nickname should be given to you. And people seem to dig it, and I digged it, so I was like, whatever, I'll rock it,
And I think the music makes the name.
Oh yeah, it's
that.
memorable. Especially it really works since I'm in a band. I guess you got Seal and Madonna. Not that I'm anything as good as them, but hopefully someday.
Now, along with going over names, let's hear a little bit about the name Encasing Embrace and why.
Oh man, that is
because we all look for embrace of love.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'll give you the two meanings this episode. Forever back, I'll tell you where the name truly came from. We're gonna save that little piece.
Believe me, it's getting recorded.
Yeah,
trust me.
The name, the meaning of the name, people always ask us. Some people love the name, some people hate the name. They think it's dumb because they think the two words mean the same thing.
Well, I like it a lot, and I've had a few ideas in my head of what it could mean.
Okay, let's
hear
yours first.
No.
No, because let's see where it's going, and then I'll. Just do it. Maybe you got it right.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, before the internet takes over this room, can we get back to this?
We're gonna crash the show with some memes.
All right, I'm feeling like such a strong love for the music that it's like an encasing and feeling that just grabs you, and it's like just a giant hug.
That is definitely a really good way to look at it. It's kind of where the name is going. The two things that I always come up with is I look at it as two ways. I look at it one, like I'm a hopeless romantic at heart, and one thing is when you can look at it from a love perspective. When you embrace someone and it's somebody you actually love, you want to hold on to that forever. You want to encase that embrace.
So you do like long
That's
walks?
about what I was feeling.
I do like long walks on the beach. Yes, I do.
Getting caught in the rain.
But you don't like pina coladas. What the hell, man?
As long as it's got the.
And by the way, he does have somewhat long hair, so he probably brushes it back.
Yeah. But that's the sappy way to look at the name. But the other way that I always look at it is kind of like a life perspective. There's always those awesome moments where you're doing something crazy in life and you're living life to the fullest. You're really embracing everything that life has to offer, and those moments are always fleeting, and that's what makes them so great. But what if you could hold on to them forever? What if you could encase that moment where you embrace life to the fullest? And you're just in a moment of pure bliss. Well, that's that.
That usually winds up happening when I trip.
Yeah, you know what? You did bring me back to a trip. It's exactly
that's
what I was
awesome.
thinking.
That's just me blacking out.
I'm definitely going to take that as a compliment.
All right, now we're gonna go ahead and play some of your all's music.
Right on.
I got a song lined up, "Changing Times." What can you tell me about that?
That's the single. It's been out for a very long time due to lineup issues, but this is the new version. Yeah. So most of the people that are hearing this probably have heard this already, but it's definitely a good first song to listen to. It's got a lot of good elements in it.
The lawmaker worldwide, Don. Talk to me.
Yeah. Funny little anecdote about that song, that band, Death Clock. The band that I was in back in 2010, we actually dressed up as them for Halloween and covered Black Fire Upon Us.
Yeah. Talk to me.
That was kind of funny because, we all did our respective roles. So, me being the bass player, I was Murderface, and we started watching all the episodes over and over again, and to get in the zone. And I hadn't seen the episode where he did the bass solo with the certain appendage of his. Yeah, that one.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. And so I messaged my drummer. I was messing with him, and I sent him a message. I was like, "Hey man, is it true that he does a bass solo with his manhood?" And he was like, yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to go practice that right now. And he was like, no! Totally got him all the way. It's like, dude, it's going to be way too cold outside because we were playing outside. No, I was kidding. But I totally got him, and I'll never forget that because I thought it was so funny. He believed it. It was just huge, all caps, just long ass, no! Thought that was great. It's a killer band, too. If you haven't seen them, go see them when you get a chance. They don't play live that often, I think, but every now and then they do go on a tour. Last time I saw them was in Mastodon.
Just do it. So talk to me. Yes, go ahead, my man.
For the people who don't know, I actually just recently watched a documentary about the whole Death Clock guys. For you guys that don't know, the first album was literally done completely by the creator. Drums, bass, guitar, everything, vocals, everything was done by one guy. One guy. He recently, for their new season's coming out. Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
But he's got more people now. He's got a drummer that he really likes. He's got a bassist he really likes, and he's still doing lead guitars and rhythm. So it's pretty awesome. I just want to put it out there.
Of course, man.
There's also a Death Clock thing they're doing out there right now. They're trying to bring up people to actually bring it back to Netflix.
All right, tell everybody here where you can get to find shirts.
Yeah,
and stuff.
music, shirt, and
Yeah,
everything.
so all of that stuff is available on our site. It's encasingembrace.bandcamp.com. Very simple. The shirts are limited edition. They're all limited to 100, never printed again. They're only $10. Yeah, once they're gone, they're gone. So, and we're actually about to finally release some new designs too. So we had our first shirt, and we printed a couple of different editions of that. Just because it was selling, man. It kept selling out. I tried to save up some money. Yeah, print something else, and it would sell out.
Talk to me.
You said you're also playing a show this Wednesday with the Faceless and Rings of Saturn, right?
Oh, yeah. You'll definitely be able to get the shirts there.
The tickets are available on the Bandcamp?
Yes. They're on the Bandcamp. They're only $15 from us.
All right. Do you guys also have hard copies, too, or...?
For the tickets, yeah. Whatever tickets you get on our site, they're going to be will called, and that means they're going to be at the door with your name on them.
Okay.
So
if I gave you the cash tonight, would I be able to get one?
Oh, yeah, I have
two?
physicals on me. Yeah, you can get them right now. I always have tickets on me. So
I know
if
me
you see
personally, I'm going to do that. I'm going to give you some cash
Dude,
tonight.
that would be
for some
awesome.
tickets. Yeah, man,
Thank you.
I'm getting 2 of them off you tonight.
Awesome. Yeah, it's only going to be like our 3rd time, I think, in actual Baltimore. So definitely the support means a lot.
A buddy of mine's birthday tonight. I want to give him a shout out eventually.
All right. So tell me about a little bit about this limited edition shirt you got.
So it actually has a pretty cool story behind it. 2 years ago, we played with Dying Fetus over at Jack's. It was Empire at that point, but we all know it's always Jack's.
It's always Jack.
It's always Jack's.
Jack, yes.
So some guy in the audience that had never seen us before saw us that night, and he came up to me after the set, and he was like, dude, that was, flipping amazing. I want to do a free t-shirt design for you guys. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. I've never heard that before. That was a new thing for us. And I didn't know this guy, so honestly, I didn't know what to expect. But then he sent us our shirt, which is, this one here. And I was blown away. It's free. I was like, dude, you could easily charge, $100 or more for that kind of artwork. And yeah,
I can see it.
Heck yeah. And we were kind of happy with the style that it went through because we did always want to have at least one of our shirts be like the old school, death metal style, harken back to the roots.
The shirt alone kind of reminds me of something you'd see on a Bolt Thrower album cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
You gotta harken back to the roots.
Losty, I'm gonna take a picture for our
Losty,
website.
send me a copy of that one. Send me a copy of that one, please, Losty. Please.
Okay, so I just took a picture and I'm about to post it on LC&K right now. So check it out. It's very lovely.
All right, so we were outside. There were, a few of the band members are vape heads, so there was some vape going around, and I'm a cigarette smoker, so we were outside talking. So can you guys explain something that I just found out? That the lead singer's only been around for how long now?
Maybe a week.
Yeah, what is today? That's 2 weeks exactly.
Yeah, just tried out last Saturday. Yeah. and actually going to be going to Knoxville pretty soon to record some vocals. Once again, the original guitarist from Whitechapel is going to be producing us. So.
Whitechapel.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy to work with. I mean, he's the easiest person I've ever worked with ever. You wouldn't even know the guy had been in such a big band because he's one of the most laid-back, humble dudes you'll ever meet. But he really knows what he's doing. And I think the best part about working with him was, you know, he would give you, if he thought something should be different here, he would totally give his input. And if you rocked with it, cool. If you didn't like his input, he was still like 100%, you know, cool. He was just trying to, you know, throw in another hat in the pile, and that was so cool, you know, because there were towards an immoral state as time goes by. You know, America in the 50s is not like America today, obviously. So, you know, the first song that we showed you was obviously Changing Times. It's about those changing times. This one is about, you know, Cloak and Dagger. It's when you have that friend or someone you think is your friend, but then they just go and stab you in the back. You know, that's happened to countless people.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. You gotta watch out for these guys. They got the cloak on, man. They pretend to be your friend.
Sneaky little snake.
Sneaky little snake.
This close to payback. You have two options. Turn away. Or
how do you call it? A little background thing. Am I gonna use some freaky in a moment?
There we go.
No, see,
No, bring that beat.
I refuse to use my techno backgrounds. Oh my
Freaky deaky Dutch.
Hey, so we got a
Turn it into a
listener.
nightclub.
We got a listener that I've been talking to. Well, what do you know
Go
about
at it,
them
go at it, go
Hydra
at it.
Kill Boys?
Ooh, I love those guys.
You love them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We've played a lot of shows with those guys over the years. They're really cool guys. I think.
Awesome.
Is one of the listeners
I mean,
of the band?
Yes, he is.
there's a reason why Rohan is called Rohan. You know, he's the ultimate bro. You know.
So yeah, so we got Mustafa.
Prometheus.
I don't know what he's talking about, but maybe you do. He says, "What happened on Halloween?"
Oh, yeah, there was some bad times on Halloween. Don't want to go too deep into it, but it's part of the reason why we had to move on with a new vocalist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't feel comfortable getting into it, that's fine.
No,
I
it's
could see that's
just a lot of
personal.
craziness that happened. You know, people were messed up that night.
Shit happens
Did
when
some
you
things
party.
they shouldn't have. Yeah.
I'm cut off.
No, I hear
No?
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Just grab or something.
Maybe we're tripping balls.
No, you're okay. You're okay. Like there's no feedback.
Gotcha.
That's being, that's why we kind of don't listen to it because it was getting feedback.
We turned ourselves down on the radio here.
Oh, okay. I can't tell because I don't have earphones. We're
Yeah.
low on equipment here.
Technical term for most people out there that either do radio or DJ or in music, our monitors were a little too loud for everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me.
Well, he
I thought if
says
you're too loud, it's too old.
Yeah. What does he say?
just wanted to know. Well,
Yo, Zach.
Zach, what's up?
it sounds like these boys got love for Zach. He says that he just wanted to know your side of the story. Tell him sorry I asked.
Oh
well.
no, I don't mind you asking. It's definitely, you know, the spotlight is on that for people that were there. The crazy part is that I wasn't there when all the stuff happened, and that's what made it all confusing the next day, and even when I got back to pick up my speakers.
What exactly happened though? Or are you not at liberty to discuss that?
No, well, the things that I heard is, you know, because we were all hungry. Everyone else in the band and our two merch girls that day were hungry. So I was like, there's a Denny's down the street, you know. They're like, oh, let's go. You know, it's Denny's. It's awesome. We were starving because we had practiced that morning all day long and, you know, played a pretty intense show. And so we went to Denny's, and I guess while we were at Denny's, you know, our former vocalist had been unplugging some people's gear while they were playing, which I think is pretty crazy to think about.
It's kind of dick move.
Yeah, those are your words. But I mean, I can't blame people for being upset, and I guess a fight broke out. People asked him to leave. and then when the security guy was trying to get him to leave, some random dude rolled up on the security guy and beat him over the head with a liquor bottle 4 times.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that guy went in the hospital, and we'll have to drop the link in the description of the show, but there's a GoFundMe for his medical bills. Is like $2,500.
Oh, so it's serious.
Yeah, and he's another musician too. He's a vocalist in a band out in Winchester. So if you could spare anything from $1 up, go hit that GoFundMe, because that shouldn't happen to the man. He was just trying to protect the people that were at the party and protect the band that was playing. So it's kind of sad for something like that to see happen. And the cops are looking for that guy now. But that's kind of what happened on Halloween. A lot of people misheard it as our vocalist putting the guy in the hospital, but
I hope they found the guy.
yeah, it's still kind of the reason it all started. So, which is a bummer.
Well, we'll definitely post that information on our page and
Yeah,
to
please go
anybody
donate
who
to the guy,
wants to
because
help support
he's
for
an
this
awesome
cause.
dude. He was literally just there filling in for vocals for another band, as well as trying to run security for the party.
Wow.
You go ahead and share that link on LCNK's page, and we'll we'll pass it along for you and get it out there.
You know what? I was a little nervous about this. Someone saying, "I want to hear your side of the story about." So
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
the
I need
tough part, is
something-
that I wasn't even
But you know
there.
what? I like that you guys handled this very well. There's no hatred in here, and Mustafa says "Hail bow tie" with exclamation
man.
mark, smiley face, and a little heart.
Much love.
And Sean and Joe.
I guess he can speak in emoji.
Yes.
All right, Sean.
That's the language
so,
of the new era.
your father being part of Iron Man back in the day. Tell us
Back
a
in
little
the
bit
day.
more about this.
I'm not quite sure about most of it. He never really went into full-on detail about most of that. All I know is that when the band first started in the Montgomery County, D.C. area, it was him, Al, Ronnie Kalman, who later went into Unorthodox and a bunch of other projects. God, the last guy's name, brain fart.
I could bring some names on that area, but it's kind of like there was a very underground, but they came out though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did. I think they played Death Fest a couple of years ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's why sometimes you gotta pay attention to that underground.
Hey,
Last year, yeah.
The DMV knows who that is.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Iron Man is very big here, and they're actually going to be in the studio with us here in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's when we'll come back and do a little guest.
We gotta
appearance,
come back. I
cameo.
gotta say hi to D and Al.
They made me cream my pants, Dan.
I told him, it was like, is there a way we can get them in? Let me talk to Sean real quick. But Dan the man, Chaos has always got everything on top of everything.
On top of everything.
Chaos is the man.
We'll come in and bother you guys that day.
I got
Top of
another quick
everything,
shout out.
including your mom.
Come on, give it out.
On top of spaghetti.
Alright, we got a song here that's queued up and ready to go. It's called Immoral.
Immortal. This is a long one. Y'all love it.